You guys feel like you have a golden age of some sort?
I have in my mind, well, when we were making our local commercials,
Right.
and we made the first couple, I mean, there was...
like 09, maybe?
Yeah, so we made like Red House Furniture,
Mm-hmm.
which like went re-viral a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've heard about
don't
that
understand.
happening. That's a strange thing.
That's so funny.
It's
Very
so
weird. It's like 10 years old.
YouTube does this thing where they'll just put like your first video on everyone's homepage all of a sudden.
Really?
I mean, not your first, but like they'll go way back in your catalog
Right.
and be like, here's this really embarrassing video that you probably should have unlisted.
In our case.
Not your case, right?
In
Like
your
in everyone
case.
else's case. You guys have good content.
The
going way back.
algorithm thinks they're ready for it.
Yeah.
To go deep.
They've
cut.
earned the right to go deep. But anyway, as you were saying.
We were making, I remember we were making, we went to Cullman, Alabama, and made what we ended up titling on YouTube, Epic and Honest Used Trailer Commercial.
Salesman
Something
or
like
something
that.
like that.
But it was this guy who had a business, Coleman Liquidation. He would repo trailers, like single wide trailers, and then he would sell them off as lot. So used mobile homes.
Right. This is as bad as it gets.
And his name was Robert Lee. And we would usually we would have like a phone interview with the people to see if they were commercial material. But once we found out his name was Robert Lee and we talked to his secretary, we could never get him on the phone. We could never get to talk to him in any way, but we said, we got to go to this guy and make a commercial. And I remember we were there making the commercial and he didn't show up for 3 hours and we were documenting it behind the scenes. We had this idea that, you know, we're just going to document the making of this commercial so people will believe how real it is and how little we're actually doing.
But we would show
We're
up.
not changing his name or anything like that.
It was just the two of us. The two of us would get on a plane
With a camera.
With a camera, and so we documented all the interactions. And then with the same camera, the next day after we gathered all the intel, we shot the commercial.
So I think we would set up a second camera, shooting the commercial,
Yeah, we had
just
a tripod.
just to make more of a story on our second channel,
Right.
which
Yeah.
became the Good Mythical Morning channel.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
And so Robert Lee finally shows up after literally waiting for him for hours, like with the camera in my lap. I wanted to capture the moment he walked in, and he walks in, and I'm like scrambling to start filming. And he's like, "Y'all the boys from the commercial?" And he just like, and then for the next hour, he didn't shut up telling stories. I'm like, "Oh, this is great." Next day, we had him like with a chainsaw cutting limbs off of trees in order to get a mobile home out of this person's yard in order to sell it the next day. And it was scrappy, man. It was fun. You had this guy, it's just us trying to make this thing happen. It's a crazy idea. Just kind of, looking at each other while this guy's got a chainsaw. And it's like, this is it, man. This is the dream. We could die at any moment. We could get crushed by a mobile home. I could get my arm chopped off by this guy. And then we went back to the hotel that night and we got on the phone with Joe Penna, Mystery Guitar Man. And so we were pitching him on working with us to make a video called TShirt War, which was like, eventually that became like one of our biggest viral videos at the time or whatever.
Around the same time,
Stop motion.
2010 or so.
So we were doing. I guess we were pretty busy. I mean, we were doing.
Yeah,
both
it sounds
those,
like
we were
it.
scrambling doing both of those things at once. But I remember that moment when we had shot that all day, and then we come back and we're talking to Joe on the phone and just asking him to work with us to make this, stop motion T-shirt war thing. And I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought of when I was like, that was when we were just just twist our brains trying to come up with something.
And then
Right.
you just go and do it.
Just